Yeah. Are you excited for another day of cooking? You know, over and over again in this place until you get out of here. But I have a plan to get out of here, so don't you worry about me. I'm gonna be all right. So anyway, as you may have gathered, my name is Emma Leviathan, and today I'm going to cook some sausage and peppers. But first, I have to clean this house because it is a ridiculous mess, and I don't know what happened. Anyway, before I do anything, I have to make a coffee. I have to make an iced coffee, okay? It's very important because I was put in the body of a white girl. And everyone knows that white girls like iced coffee. Most of them like pumpkin spice. I don't think I like pumpkin spice. But I do like coffee. It must be a demon thing. Anyway, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make myself an iced coffee. First, I start with ice. I need a real cup too. Look at that. Would you look at that? It's a real cup. It's ice. There we go. You gotta make sure there's a lot of ice in your iced coffee. Otherwise, it wouldn't be an iced coffee. It'd be a lukewarm coffee. Nobody wants a lukewarm coffee. Nobody wants anything to do with Luke. Okay? Boring. Boring, boring. Can I tell you that guy is boring? Anyway, I have espresso in here and I have cream in here. And I had to use these cups because I have to do the dishes. I always throw a little cream in there to get the extra bit of espresso out because you don't want to waste any espresso. That stuff's expensive. And you just top it off with cream and some water. Probably could have used more water, but that's okay. Tomorrow's another day. It'll be the same day all over again. So then all I have to do is make a better one tomorrow. Right? I think so. I think that's what happens. Anyway, my sink is full of dishes. The devil keeps leaving me dishes. Boy, do I hate him. I used to love him, but then I found out I didn't need him. And then I was a strong, independent woman. And he said I wasn't. Because now I have to learn to do the job of a wifey and a man. Which means I'm going to have to take care of the house and clean the kitchen. I mean, I should just be able to suck some souls up and be done, right? I don't know why a demon has to learn to clean the kitchen. These are the stupidest rules I have ever heard. Anyway, we keep going. First thing I'm going to do is wipe down the countertops. I have to put my fancy gloves on. They're latex and yellow. And full of what? What was the point of that? What was the point? God. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. I'm going to put it back in there anyway. All wet. Whew. All right. It's probably because my nails poke holes in the gloves. That's okay. It's better than having too much water. I don't know why this isn't like working. I really don't have luck with water bottles. So like no matter how much money I save making my own cleaning products, it doesn't matter because I'll have to buy a new water bottle in like a month. That costs just as much as the cleaning products. It doesn't even make sense. You know? Anyway. Bleach. Bleach it all. Kill everything. Destroy. That's what I'm doing right now. If you haven't noticed. You can't use touchscreen and gloves at all. Like it doesn't work. Even those gloves that you're supposed to be able to use the touchscreen with, they don't work. They don't work at all. Ridiculous. All right. Let me see here. Clean stuff. That's what you need in the first place, is a clean stove. Because we're going to cook some stuff. And it's going to be delicious. All right. Next. We can on this again so it's not spotty. Get this. All right. I like it. Much better. All right. Hopefully you guys can't hear my music too loud. I don't want to get put in jail, in YouTube jail. I hear they're strict about that. But yesterday, it didn't seem to record, which is a good thing. It means I can kind of rock out and not lose my mind while recording this. Because I don't know about you, but I need music when I'm hanging out, little mood music. All right. First things first. Wash your hands. I always get myself all wet at the sink. Like, all wet. Always. I don't know what that's about. It's not too bad right now. Anyway, I'm going to make some rice. Because we're going to have sausage and peppers today. Drippy. Drippy, drippy. Wash the rice. I don't even want to flip over to dish mode because it's like we're handling it. We're gonna handle it so bad right now. Not that bad, but it ain't right. Need some help. Alright. Double up the water. Start with cold water. Unless you want it like, I don't know. I don't know. I think I do. I got in the bad habit of just like eyeballing my rice water, which is probably not the smartest thing. But I guess I just got so used to seeing it in a certain way. I don't have a rice cooker. I've like, when I was younger, we had a rice cooker, and I always noticed that it like, I don't know, it always like eventually burnt the rice anyway. So the rice is fine, like just in the fridge. We'll put a nice heap of butter on there. I'm going to turn it on high to start with, and then we'll drop it down to low once it hits a boil. And then we're just going to let it sit there and do nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's going to be wonderful. I'm telling you. Absolutely wonderful. And now, I'm going to walk over here and we're going to do the dishes while the rice cooks because you want the rice steaming as long as possible. So if I get the rice started before I cook the sausage and peppers, it's just going to be better off because it'll be ready. It'll just be ready. I lost my scene. Come on, OBS. Come on. Just get in there good. Okay. All right. Back to the gloves. All right. One is wet. One is a very wet glove. All right. Like a glove. So good. So good. Every day, I gotta do the dishes. I'm actually gonna be able to run the dishwasher today. So I try not to buy too many cups and plates. Like, I have just enough for a little bit over a dishwash cycle, but not like too much. Because I don't want to have so many dishes like ever in my sink that they're not getting washed. Because I'll just be like, let's get another glass. No, I'm very lazy. I'm very lazy. So I sometimes have to force myself into like behaviors that'll just make me a better demon housekeeper. Melt that butter. It's getting there. It's almost to boiling. We'll switch it up. I cleaned this yesterday and left it to dry right there, and then it just got wet again. It just keeps getting wet. Just over and over again. Anyway, I'm gonna roll it up and put it under my skirt. My sink skirt. You know why I have a sink skirt? It's because my cabinet doors are crooked. And nobody seems to be able to fix them. And so I just hit it with a skirt. And that's why I have a sink skirt. I know. I'm a genius. Brilliant. Absolutely fabulous. You don't have to tell me, but I do like to hear it. So thank you. Thank you very, very much. Praise your goddess. Yes. Blasphemy all the way around. I love it. I need it. All the time. Okay. I watch a lot of hoarders shows, like a lot. If you need some cleaning motivation, just, watch people who live in their own filth. You won't want to be one of those people. I mean, maybe you do. But I wouldn't think you would want to be one of those people. And I'm not trying to be like anti-hoarder. Actually, I am. Hoarding, horrible. Get rid of your shit. Okay? If the apocalypse comes, you're probably going to die without your medication anyway. I feel like most of the world's medicated. If they're not on medication, they're on vitamins and protein shakes. or a combination of both. And you know what? When the apocalypse hits and you can't get your protein shakes and you have a protein shake withdrawal and you find out that you didn't actually have a problem, you just needed to be hunted by zombies, you know, your life is going to change. Apocalyptic life it's a hard life. So, I mean, you probably just want to die anyway. Disclaimer, don't take my advice. I'm a demon. And then you can just give your soul to the underworld. Live there happily. Why not? I have to put these disclaimers on everything. Nobody knows what's real anymore because of the internet. Who knew we were being fed propaganda our whole lives? I don't know that. Anyway, I've been sober 6 years this month. I believe it's 6 years. Wow, it is 6 years. Anyway, I've been sober 6 years this month from alcohol. But why do I have a wine glass? Because I realized that sometimes it's fun to drink your sparkling water in a wine glass. I did it on, what do you call it? On New Year's. And now I'm a big fan. Except I broke one of my wine glasses. So that kind of sucked. Anyway, dishes are done. Oh my god, is rice burning? No, rice is not burning. It definitely needs to be dropped to a lower temperature. My gosh. Definitely. Sometimes when I need something to cool off a little, I just take it off the flame. And then I stick my hair in the flame. It's better for you. Burnt hair is the best. The absolute best. Okay. Loving it. If you guys haven't hit that like button, I would really appreciate it. It really helps me. Give me those hearts, tap that page, and follow me more than anything, because I'll be doing this a lot. I have problems, but it's fun. And you guys get to watch me. All right. Ooh, that price is getting a little crazy. A little bit crazy. I'll throw this over here. Make sure this rice is doing okay. Very important. Drink my iced coffee. Very delicious. All right. Turn that way low because this is going a little bit overboard. I only need one. Throw that on there. Get a cutting board. So that's a silicone baking mat. But I found that since I don't bake, it actually works really good to hold a cutting board in place. Because if I didn't have this, my cutting board would just slide everywhere. You should probably not touch your cutting board before you cut, but that was just for demonstration purposes. But now it's like stuck, so it doesn't like go everywhere. It's all good. Now I gotta get my knife, which I buried under here. What happens when you don't put your things away? Anyway, got it. Okay, I should probably quit banging things. with my knife, but I can't help it. I really enjoy it. All right, we gotta get some more peppers out. Yesterday I had all these peppers, and I'm gonna use them. Then I need onion again. Simple. 3 ingredients. Don't drop your stuff everywhere. Well, maybe 4 if you include the rice. Okay, like 4 ingredients. And some salt and pepper. Do we really call salt and pepper an ingredients? I think it's just a given. You know, I think that's just the way it is. This was stuff. Oh yeah, that is looking wonderful. It's at like a perfect boil. Okay. Now, let's cut these up. I just want to add the yellow because A, I have it, and B, like, I just want as much color in this as possible. Just make it the colors of the rainbow. Ooh, that's a good one. I want to do long, thick strips, just like we did yesterday when we made the Philly cheesesteak. I heard a weird noise outside, but don't worry, I'm prepared. We're all good. I think that's enough of that. I know, I'm not going to use all of it. I used plastic to save it all. Look at me, user of plastic. Even though everything is wrapped up in plastic when it's sent to us. It's my fault. It's my fault for using the plastic. It's not the corporation's fault. Nope. Blame it on the consumer. Make them feel bad and then charge them more. It works every time. Every time. I could probably use more red pepper. And if you don't want the seeds, just cut them out before you start. I don't really care. I hope the devil chokes on one. Just kidding. Just kidding. I would never say that about your majesty. Is it a majesty? I don't really think so. I guess so. He is the king of hell. But you know what? I'm sick of him ruling. He's not fair. He's angry all the time. So jealous. Ridiculous. If you knew Satan, you would understand what a jerk he is. Especially now. Because, like, he was really nice to me when he was getting some. Then you take it away and they get all mad. Like, what's wrong with them? Men. There we go. Get it in the right place. Just get it in there good. Next. Look how pretty this is going to be. So many different colors. All of the colors. Ooh. Look at this mess. You think Chef Ramsay would be mad at me? Probably. He'd be like, why are you putting all those seeds in there? Yep, probably. I'm just going to go with that. I don't know him personally or anything. I just watched him on a lot of TV. And now I feel like I know him. Although all that shit was probably dramatized for TV. It's interesting. The parasocial relationships. So strange. But you guys let me know if my bandwidth is okay. Feed looks good. And my sound is connecting. I hope so. But yesterday, my playback was all off. So I kind of switched it up a little. Always lose a cat butt. Stay on there, cat butt. Okay. Next. Seems like it looks all right to me. I hope so. Look at this rice. It's going to be fluffy rice. Gooey, gooey, ooey. Have all that pepper there. Okay. Yeah, we're going to use that many pans. It's going to be fancy. You just wait. It's going to be so good. Man, there really are a lot of seeds. Food scraper somewhere. Now that I'm pretty much done with that, I should put a hook right here and just have like my food scraper ready. Like scraper ready time. Uh-oh, did someone say something? Oh, thank you, CRX88, for letting me know. Yeah, yesterday it was way messed up. But I didn't know until after. But I think it was good during the show, and then the playback was just awful. It was just like way awful. It seems like it's doing all right now. Driving the dog nuts. What the heck? Very entertaining, right? I think it's going to be good that TikTok fired me. I think it's going to be really good. So if you're not following me, go ahead and hit that follow button. I'd really appreciate it. Onions smell delicious. They are the most wonderful thing on this earth. I always have to smell my onions. I can't wait for them. It's my favorite part. All the onion smelling that goes on. The devil used to buy me bouquets of onions. I mean, he didn't really need to buy them. He would actually just talk some poor, unsuspecting florist into making onion bouquets, and they would cry the whole time. Ah, nothing like it. Nothing like it. Those were the good old days. Ooh, I'm telling you. We sure did have a lot of fun together. Man, I've just got like onion skins and pepper seeds everywhere. It's rough. I'm going to use my food scraper. Look at that. It actually works. There's a reason I bought this thing and I never use it. But now I have an actually sharp knife, so I should probably use it. Let's see. Throw this back in here. I gotta get used to like looking at the camera and not the screen. Because TikTok was way different. TikTok's like, be vain. Look at yourself all day. Look how hot you are. You can be the best. And then you add a filter and you're like, dang, I'm super hot. And that's how TikTok gets you. All right. So let's get this cooking started, okay? All the prep is done. Now it's time to go to the stove. The dog's very excited about it. To check the rice, I normally just like bend it over, and if no water comes out, or like, yeah, it comes out of like the little rice pot thing. All right, you see right there. Nothing's dripping down. So I just pull it back off the heat. Now I've got heat for this. This is still low, like my burner's still pretty low. And this is where I'm gonna saute the vegetables, is in this plate or in this pan. And then over here, I'm gonna cook the sausage. So with a lid. All right, good to go. Did I freeze? Oh. I froze my playback. So weird. All right, hopefully that was just on my end. Okay. Little oil. Lot of oil. This is a ceramic pan. So, like, it's essentially nonstick. This is a stainless steel pan. I need to Brillo these. Anyway, so this can stick. But I still like cooking with it. I like the feel of them. I like everything about them. All right. Now, I've got this on really low heat, and just like we did yesterday with the Philly cheesesteak, and whenever you want to caramelize onions, which you'll see is one of my like favorite things to do, you want them at very low heat. Do you hear that? It's a little sizzle, but it's not like super loud. Actually, I might even turn that up a little bit more. Actually, my favorite spatula is still dirty. I'm going to clean it real quick. Maybe. There it is. There it is. There we go. Those are going good. And yeah, that's the sizzle I like to hear. And the more you cook, like the more you get used to how things sound when they're cooking. Like what's a good temperature. Like you can really use a lot of your senses, like all your senses in cooking. That's why I kind of like it. You know, you're tasting things, you're smelling things, you're listening, you're using your hands to do like repetitive motions. I like it. Makes you more present, especially in like this day and age where we're constantly on our phones and not living in the real world. Oh my gosh. I did a thing. I spend way too much time on my phone. And I've tried those apps that like lock your phone up for you, and I hate them. So I bought myself a lock box. It physically locks up your phone, but you're still able to like dial 911. Pretty cool. Anyway, I'm gonna throw this sausage on here. As many as I can. I think I can get them all. Okay, there'll be a lot of sausage in here. Just a full sausage fest in that pan, okay? And what I need to do is I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of water. I'm not boiling this, but I'm going to steam it on the inside. So it's kind of boiling, but not really. I touched my raw meat, so wash your hands again. I'm going to turn down this onion a bit more. With electric stoves, if you can catch it before it gets like too hot or too burnt to lower it, it's better. And then, like I said, if it's too hot, just pick up your pan. Pick it up. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. like that. You know, you gotta have the pick it ups. It's very important. All right, this gives me more time to drink my iced coffee. It's delicious. And thank you guys for being here. To be honest, it's really freaking cool of you. If you can hit that follow button, like, it's subscribe here. If you can hit that subscribe button and tap those hearts and like the thing, just do all the stuff for me. Share if you want to let your friends enjoy on the experience of my grace. I mean, do it all. Just do it up. You know? I mean, how often do you see a demon in a kitchen? Not very often. Okay, but I'll be here like every week cooking. So, I mean, whether or not I wear the wings every week, that's up to question. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. I see you guys like the wings, though. I'm telling you, humans, they love theatrics. They love them. We want these onions nice and translucent. I didn't add any salt to them. That's on purpose. You don't want to add any salt to your onions until they're like done cooking. You want that sugar to come to a head. You want to pull all that sugar out of there, that natural sugar. You don't have to add any sugar. You just cook it till all the sugar comes out. You don't add any salt. You don't want to bring the saltiness out. And you get it nice and transparent. And that's why I'm adding the other vegetables last. One, because these need to cook longer. Two, because I want the sugar to go all over those other vegetables. Just blend those flavors. Blend them good. All right, you can see our sausage is getting its steam on. I just released all the steam. That was probably not good, but that's okay. There'll be another meal tomorrow. You can mess up on this meal all you want. It's just one meal, you know. I'm okay with eating burnt stuff, you know. In hell, they burn a lot of things. A lot. You know, we're trying to get rid of that reputation of burning everything. It's hard, though. It's really hard. Things in life can be really hard. Okay. Here we go. Those sausage are looking really good, though. I'm impressed. That is a lot of sausage in there. So much. So much. It'll be nice and firm when it's done. We're not going to fully cook the sausage, though. I kind of want it a little bit underdone because we're going to cook it again in this pan. So don't you worry. Don't you worry your little head if it doesn't get as firm as you're hoping. We'll firm it up in the last little bit. I'm just going to turn those over. If you notice something on the sides not getting cooked enough, just move it to the middle. Typically works. This is my hellhound lady. Hi, do you want to show? Hi. Are you waiting to clean up stuff in the kitchen? Yes. She is the hellhound. She protects me when I'm stealing souls. We're on our walk daily, and she yells at everything a lot. It's very embarrassing, okay? But I love her, and she keeps away all the all the evangelists with their Bibles. She keeps them all away because ain't nobody got time to talk about the Lord and Savior, okay? Nobody got time about that. I have to go about my day sometimes. These are looking so good. So good. Doesn't that look delicious? Now, you might want your onions a little less caramelized, but I like them, like, just limp. I like a nice limp onion. It's wonderful. I mean, why not? Why not? This is what I do. I just crack myself up all day. Whether anyone's watching or not. It's very entertaining for me as well. All right. So I think these onions are ready. But I'm just going to actually leave them in there for a minute because I need these sausage to cook a little more. It's good for them. It's good for them. Plus, I'm kind of going to need them to set for a minute. So, I mean, you might as well caramelize them a little bit more. I got time. I'll move it to the sides a little. Because if you look at my heat source, it's right there. Put it in the middle. Kind of slow that cooking just a little bit. The best time to do this is in a wok. Like a wok is specifically designed to be able to move the food to the side so that it's not cooking while you're cooking whatever in the center. Ah, burn it. Ah, shit. Shit. Okay. So this happens sometimes. It's okay. Look at the bottom of that pan. I'm not very good at cooking with ceramic. I mean, as you can tell, I am so used to my stainless steel pans. So used to them. Look at that. Look at that. What is that about? Get off of there. Go over there, gross stuff. Okay, this is interesting that I could like pull this off. Like mad skills right here. Not really. This is just called fixing a fuck up. Very much so. Very much so. All right. All right. There we go. There we go. This guy needs definitely some more cook time. That guy needs some more cook time. As I told you, I don't need these completely done. I'm going to brown it a little more on that side, and then I'm going to let it rest. And as it rests, right, that is what's called flavor right there. That's what's called flavor. So when it rests, basically all the juices are going to like go back in and like run through the rest of the meat instead of like spilling out all over the place. Then we're going to cut it, and then we're going to throw it back in the pan. That's my plan. That is my master plan. I just need these to be a little more brown, and we're ready to go. Okay. Now, I'm going to crank up the heat on these onions. Because it's time to throw the peppers in and drink more ice coffee. Don't trip me. I'll yell at you. I'll yell at you if you trip me. All right. Hold your valve. Yeah. Turn that burner off because I don't need it anymore. Stir this up. And you basically get the peppers where you want them to be. But you got to be conscious that that onion's in there and you don't want it to burn. Because we've like made it pretty low, stringy. They're just kind of finding that right, I don't know, what do you call it? Balance. That's what it's called. I'm going to go ahead and wash this pan while I'm waiting. You guys can come over there with me. While I wash this pan. I know you like it. When I put on yellow gloves. I need new yellow gloves. You want your face clean? That's where you do it. Get all that grease in your pores. It's good for you. Especially when you're like emptying pasta. Oh, that's the best time to clean your face. I just don't recommend doing pimple extractions while you're cooking. That's probably a bad idea. Here. I ran out of places. There we go. I dropped some basil in my pan. It was closed. Okay. I feel like these peppers are doing really good. Really, really good. I forgot I have this on. I think one of my biggest challenges in cooking, I'm gonna be honest, is like learning to turn up the heat. I feel like a lot of things could probably go faster if I turned up the heat, but I just like not burning stuff. But yes, I could probably crank up the heat a little bit more on these guys. A little bit more. Our rice has been sitting there. Don't forget about the rice. That's been cooking this whole time. Just been steaming and getting ready to be put in the meal. It's going to be delicious. And it's okay if you make too much rice because, like, who cares? You'll have rice for tomorrow. Just make sure you eat the rice. Otherwise, it gets moldy in your fridge. You don't want that. I suppose if you waste it. I mean, rice kind of got expensive, though. Rice used to be much cheaper. just living off rice and beans. Is that good for you? Is living off rice and beans really going to give you enough nutritional value? I mean, I guess you got protein and you got fiber and you got a carbohydrate. I mean, it's probably better than bread and butter. Probably. It looks so pretty. Look at all those colors. Delicious. And you see how, like, how much moisture the vegetables have in there. That's flavor. That's flavor right there. That's the good stuff. All right. All right. Oh my gosh. See, these were definitely not done. You can see all the bloody goodness. But that's okay. Let's try and cut them. Oh, yeah. Perfect for cutting. So I like to cut it at an angle, make them nice and, like, long and thin. Don't cut your finger off. That last little bit, that hard one. I'm going to have so much sausage. I honestly think it might be too much. But can you really have enough sausage? Can you? Is that a thing? All right. Time to throw it up in there. Crank up that heat. Pretty hot. I dropped my favorite spatula thing. I don't know what this is called. Wash it again. You know, these demon wings really get in the way sometimes. All right, look how even prettier this is once you throw that meat in there. Yeah. This looks like a grounded color scheme for sure. I don't need more oil. The sausage is like oily enough. But basically, you cook that until it's done. And then, boom, there you go. I didn't even salt it. I suppose I could. I just feel like pork has a lot of salt in it already. So, might be best to skip the salt on this one. Unless it really doesn't taste good. I guess we'll see once we can test it. Let me just show you guys something. I bought an MP3 player. And I know this might seem ridiculous because I have an iPhone. Okay? But the thing is, my iPhone was either being used for streaming or it got very distracting or like I didn't want to bring my iPhone like because I didn't have pockets that would fit it or something like that. And I want to like listen to my music and not have to look at my phone. So I feel like my phone has started to control my life. This is just being real. And so I purposely got an MP3 player without a screen. This is it. That's all I need. So I'm pretty excited about it. I've been getting used to it. You can download a playlist. You can even download this works specifically with Spotify. So you can download a playlist or you can download a podcast or whatever. And then even while I'm here, like I have light music playing in the background that hopefully you guys can't hear for copyright purposes, but I can switch through from here what I want to listen to. And I don't know, I'm loving it. Something that simple, and I love it. I love it so much. Anyway, back to stirring this sausage. Get it real good. Look how that onion is just like taking up that flavor. Look at it. It doesn't even look like onion anymore. It looks like the yellow bell pepper with how much flavor this is taking up. When I say flavor, I mean grease and fat. You know, all the stuff you're not supposed to be eating for your New Year's resolution. Because why would a demon, steer you wrong? I would never cook delicious meals as you're trying to, lose weight. Anyway, isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? And this has a lot of vegetables, so obviously it's good. It's probably better than some of the stuff y'all are eating. Let's be real now. Let's be real. Look how brown that's getting. Like brown and delicious and cooking all the way through. So you don't get worms. Yay! Yay! No worms. Have you ever watched that show, Monsters Inside Me? I love watching stuff like that. Like, I love watching Hoarders and, like, Monsters Inside Me and, like, gross stuff. I don't want anything to do with the gross stuff, but I kind of just, like, that's, like, my guilty pleasure is just watching ridiculous, like, disgusting stuff. Like, I do love, like, the pimple popper. I don't know if you've ever seen the pimple popper, but I'll scroll through, like, shorts or something, and they'll be pimple popping, and I love it. I love it. I love it. Anyway, aren't you getting hungry thinking about worms? The worst is when they're in your eyeball. That's the worst. You're like talking to someone and a worm just like pokes out your eye and it's like, hey. Hey. All right, this is looking delicious. Pull one apart. Make sure it's done all the way through. Looking pretty done to me. Looks pretty good. Come on, camera. Where are you? Where are you? Looks pretty good, right? I don't know. Ooh, a little bit of a light spot. I'm not gonna lie. Like a minute or so longer. It's that like in between. Like you don't want it like too cooked, but you obviously don't want it undercooked. I always get terrified when I'm cooking like pork and chicken. Steak, not so much. You can eat that bloody. As long as like Both sides have been seared a little bit. You don't eat hamburger raw though. Really not good. Some people do, but like what happens is when they grind that meat, they grind all like the bad stuff. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Froze for a second. What is happening? What? Open widget? I don't know what that means. My stream status is poor. I'll get you back up to date. I know. Word from our sponsors. What does this mean, open widget? Are you guys seeing everything okay? It's giving me grief. I don't know why. Oh, it was just tired of that scene. Okay. Ah, all right. He's sticking to the bottom. Okay. I don't know why, but somehow that helped it. Okay. I think this is done. It looks delicious to me. That is a lot of meat. I put a lot of sausage in there. All right. Turn off the heat. We'll move it to the side a little bit. I'm going to grab some rice right here. You could throw the rice all in here if you want. But I like to just add it after. I didn't even taste anything. Like, that's not good. Taste. Yep, perfect. I thought I had a lot of peppers, but compared to the sausage, not so much. All right, that's that. I did it. I did it. I did it. Where are you, camera? There. There it is. Maybe. I don't know. Whatever. Whatever. There you go. I did it. I made it. It's delicious. And it's time for lunch. Gotta get my white girl iced coffee, my water, my sausage. Nothing like a bunch of sausage. Nothing like it. It's so hot. Oops. I just want to make sure that first bite is really good. It is. Mix that oil in there. Yummy. Mm. So you can switch up anything in this. Like if you add less water to the rice, you can make it firmer. We all like firm. If you don't cook the onions down as much or the peppers down as much, you'll get them firmer. Or you can make them limp. It's okay. And if you don't like it, tomorrow there'll be another meal. Do you think, like, when you call customer service, it's, like, the same as, like, when a woman goes, like, to the doctor? They, like, always check if you're pregnant first, but, like, customer service, like, they always make sure you turn off your computer and turn it back on. As if the whole world hasn't figured out to do that to start with. Just saying. I have a hellhound watching me. Mm. Mm. Savor every bite. It's so good, I just want to, like, shovel it all in my mouth. I just gotta be careful. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Hey guys, if you haven't done it already, make sure you follow me and hit the like button. As it stands right now, I'll be here Tuesday and Wednesday afternoon. Cooking a new thing every week. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm gonna cook the same things. But I mean, it's gonna be new because, you know, it'll be like a new time I'm cooking it. So don't get that twisted. Mm. Yep, yep, that turned out really good. I'm pretty happy with it. Mm. Did you see that? I wasted some rice. That way the kids in Ethiopia starve. I know. I know. I'm bad. It's okay. They weren't going to go through my trash anyway. That plane ticket's very expensive. All right, I'd be cracking myself up. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I mean, I could have just mixed the rice all in together, but I did not. I'll put the rice on this side. This is for dinner, lunch, however many meals I can get out of this, I will. Next, I'll put the sausage and peppers right there. Look at that. Look at that. It's dinner and lunch and everything. Everything you ever wanted it to be. It's there. Yummy. Yummy good stuff. Good to go. You should let it cool. I didn't. I think I'll be alright. I got rice in there from some other time. I don't even know when. I'm sure it's fine. But I'm probably not going to eat it because now I'm suspicious of this mysterious rice in my fridge. Throw it away. Let those Ethiopian kids' mouths salivate. If you don't get the reference, you're going to cry about it. It used to be in the past, parents would tell their children that if they didn't eat their food, Ethiopian kids were going to starve. And then you get older and you realize they just starve no matter what. And not wasting food was just making you weigh 1,000,000 pounds. And so that's what happened there. I'll stick by it. There used to be a commercial on TV with like starving Ethiopian kids, and you could donate like $1 a day to sponsor one. It was a real thing. I don't know if they still have that. I don't watch TV. All right. I have to do the dishes again. A lot of dishes. Like all the time. It's just wrong. It's just wrong on so many levels. Let's do it. All right. This dishwasher going. That's for sure. It's ready. Put my gloves on. What happened to my chat? Okay, that's weird. At one moment, I had my chat, and the next moment, it was just gone. Is it this? There we go. I think I screwed something up. I mean, it makes sense. There we go. No? I don't know why suddenly my chat is gone. This is so weird. I mean, it's not like a lot of people were talking anyway. But still, just in case. You never know who might walk in. All right. Oh. Let's finish these dishes so I can go about my day. How long did this take? Forever. Do you guys feel good about yourself now? Now that you cooked some food? Now that I cooked some food? All right. Ugh. I feel so much strength. So strong. Okay. Okay. And as I said, if you have trouble like having way too many dishes at once and you're not like getting your dishes done, get rid of some dishes. I'm telling you. Do you see how easily my sink got filled? It really didn't take that much. My dishwasher, even though it kind of falls out, has this awesome delay start setting. And I got this little magnet that says clean or dirty. I'm going to set it to clean because even though it's not clean right now, it's working on it. So we'll just give the dishwasher the benefit of the doubt that it's going to get clean. Okay? We're gonna send all our hopes and dreams and thoughts and prayers to this dishwasher so that it'll feel good about itself with a bunch of clean dishes. A lot of people ask me why I don't put my dishes directly into the dishwasher, like all of them. Because a lot of these pots and pans will just get ruined in there. I know the commercials out there are like, dishwasher, but it's just not true. It's just not true. I'm not putting my brand new knife in the dishwasher. No freaking way. No way. Not doing that. Ugh. I don't know what this is. Colored sand. Okay, let's get to these dishes. Get them good. Scrub them real good. Nice and clean. Don't want to be dirty. Yeah. All right. So my neighbor's got a dog, and I wonder if like their dog's a puppy. And so my dog doesn't feel too threatened by their dog. We'll see what happens when their dog comes up. But I wonder if they like look at each other through the fence and they're like, I want to play with you. That would be so much fun. I would totally let my neighbors have like a puppy play date with me. Because their yard isn't fenced. And I'd be like, hey, why don't you guys come over and do whatever you do? And we'll let the puppies play. We have a big old fire. Alright. It's better if you can and just get your dishes done all at once. But if they sit there for a minute, it's not the end of the world. But if you can get them all done at once, then when you go to cook again, most of the dishes are done because I don't know what happens. Like, they're just appears dishes. Like, they just appear. I'm not lying. Like, you're just there. You're like, I got the dishes done. It's like the laundry, you know? It just never works out the way it's meant to be. It's not fair. Life isn't fair. You know? But life is fair when all you gotta worry about is a couple dishes in your sink. Then you're like, you know, that isn't that bad, and I'm just complaining. Because why not? You know? If you guys haven't done it yet, make sure you hit that like button. It really helps me out a lot. Follow, subscribe, share, all the things. Because I am just getting started here. And your help is greatly, greatly appreciated. I've got way more things to come. It's going to be really good. Satan doesn't control me. I do what I want when I want, except for the dishes and the cooking. I do that on Wednesdays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, 10:30 Pacific Standard Time, 10:30, 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. I know. It's exciting. Okay, so I've got one of these pans, and it's just like, it's stainless steel. It's having a hard time getting clean. Now, you would think this would work, but it doesn't. It's like a stainless steel scrubby. It doesn't work. So let me get under my skirt here, because I think I left the pads under here. I left the pads under my skirt. No, I didn't. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, I probably have them downstairs. But anyway, you need like one of those Brillo or SOS sponges, and it'll get that off rather easily. Or a minute. Or however long it takes me to get down the stairs with these wings. Okay. Found the box. These are called steel wool pads, and they work really good for stainless steel. You can also use them to insulate any holes in your house that mice might crawl through. Yeah. I don't think they like the steel wool or the soap. It probably tastes disgusting to have soap in your little micey mouth when you're trying to get food. Just saying. Probably gross. I need to get some oven cleaner and just let it sit on this thing. But the steel wool definitely helps it out. And it almost feels like you're barely doing anything to it. Just like scrubby, 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 scrubby. It actually takes off a lot. This is like my most used pan. And I've had these Cuisinart pans for like over a decade. So might be time to just get a new one of these. These are really good for like the brass in your bathroom too, or like stainless steel or whatever's in your bathroom. You can scrub it with that. Works out really well. All right. All right. And see this thing? I do have a garbage disposal, but I also live in a really old house. And I just don't trust the pipes to get a bunch of food in them. Like a little bit's fine, but like I don't like to be using my garbage disposal all the time. So I don't. I would rather feed the rats in the dump because they will cause a plague that could wipe out all of humanity. And then you'll all have to give your souls. See how that works out? I know. It's pretty exciting. Really good stuff. All right, that is it. I finished my thing today. I will see you next week. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Make sure you follow me here or subscribe. Hit that like button, whatever the cool YouTube kids say these days. And, you know, follow me everywhere else because it really helps me out. Anyway, I will see you later. Thank you. Now I have to figure out how to turn this thing off. Okay, let me see. I don't think I did it right yesterday. It was rough. Watch, it's gonna give me like no way to end this. What the heck happened? Analytics, dream home. How do I end it? Edit. Okay. I don't know. Thanks for hanging out though.